talk about a brutal way to introduce players to the second half of Tower of Despair. Floor 50, Deranged Ixia is a dreadful, dreadful battle. I'll put it to you this way. You don't have to actually kill her. She kills herself. Each ability, like the Meteor, Black Void, and the move where she trips on herself and creates a shockwave when you get close to her, damages herself. I think maybe about maybe a half of an HP bar each time. The Meteor will follow you around on the map until it eventually crashes down, which means you're going to have to jump, and the Void just kind of appears in the air and falls, as you can see from the video footage. The Meteor is tougher than it looks to maneuver around. Unless you're fast, you're probably going to get a hit by the damn thing, and it hurts it hurts. It takes a lot of health from you. And the shockwave that she does when she trips on the floor, that only activates when you get close to her, and it's also really, really annoying. My biggest tip here, just like a lot of Tower of Despair, is patience, but actual patience in a sense where you can wait until she kills herself or try your best just to stay alive. I mean, eventually you're going to have skills that, their cooldown runs out, that you'll probably have invincibility frames, or maybe it's quick enough or long range enough to do damage to her. But keep in mind that if you plan to slip damage to her, she's invincible while she's casting. If you're paying close attention to the footage, I can't actually hit her whenever she goes into an animation where she's casting a new spell. And that's a bait right there, because if you try to attack her and you do a move that commits and she's already casting, you can't hurt her, so you can get a big meteor to the face, a void to the face, and it isn't worth it. So that's why I suggest using fast moves or moves that are invincible post move or during the move, so that you don't end up killing yourself. This battle took me a few days to beat before I realized that I just had to run. I had to be patient. I had to stay away from that damn meteor as best as I can and just wait until she kills herself. Otherwise, I'm wasting tokens willy-nilly. As you can see, I'm showing you mostly unedited footage of it. I've sped it up just a tiny bit because this run took a really long time, but I figured it was best that a lot of people see how this was done. I know my classes has a lot of benefits that some classes don't, and I really feel for you. Like maybe Monk, I feel for you. Crusader, I feel for you. Launchers, I feel really bad. You're just gonna have to either wait until she kills herself or wait for your really, really, really good skills that are, hopefully invincible. Other than that, all I have to say is just don't get carried away here. Don't be a hero. Don't do anything stupid. You can grab her, you can launch her, but she'll immediately fixate back to her casting stance. As you can see, whenever I grab her, whenever I launch her, she just gets right back up and starts going into another casting animation, which also makes her invincible. As you can see, I just played it cool, kept running, and just did moves that were low commitment, and then that's it, until she just whittled away her own health. As you can see here, even now, I barely got away because I started getting impatient. But eventually, I did make it. Hardly. Floor 52. Golden Butterfly Jacqueline. I also apologize for the last floor because I said the wrong number. It's floor 51, not 50. This is just a female Spitfire. No special gimmick. I know, drastically different from the floor you just did, right? She doesn't have anything special. She just likes to jump in the air and throw grenades, much like, the average Spitfire that you see in PvP. She's kinda heavy, but she's still comboable if you're a class that excels and such. It's not like she's weak. She still does a lot of damage. So you're gonna want to still play patient. You're still gonna want to run away from her and wait until, one of your skills that reaches all around you, or one of your really good invincible skills comes up and the cooldown wears out, and then you just wail on her. It wasn't really anything more than that. I can't really give more advice other than just patience and be wary of your skills and the extent of them. There you go. Floor 53, True Summoner Pong. What does being a True Summoner mean? I guess it just means summoning a lot more summons than usual. She starts out by summoning, what was it? Conqueror, I'm not even sure which one that is of the summons, but she uses it, so, there you go. Basically, all she does is she's a summoner, but she summons 4 of each summon instead of just 1. So you're dealing with a lot more monsters, and she actually uses Mark the Target on you. This doesn't seem like a huge problem, but the summons are constantly hitting you and actually do a lot of hit stun. Meaning they'll actually interrupt the startup of your skills, and she's actually like aggressive. Like once all of her summons are out, she goes after you. She will use Mark the Target on you, and she will, try to snag at you, as well as her monsters, her summons. So your best bet is to run around and wait for your best AoE or best mobbing skill, or I don't even know, because I mean she does have weak defense and low HP, but if you're not playing, you know, to your best skill or with patience, then she is going to utterly destroy you, or her summons will utterly destroy you. This is the same as with any other summoner, or when dealing with a huge mob of monsters that just have super armor and can't be knocked down. Just think of it like that, except you have an annoying little girl who likes to hit you and mark the target on you. Floor 54, Insect Master Kasano. Oh my god, I hate bugs. I hate bugs so much. You actually don't understand how much I hate bugs. So this is actually really nasty. Yeah, kill the bugs. The bugs suck. I don't like bugs. Do you like bugs? I don't like bugs. You just kill the bugs. You gotta kill the bugs, right? Just kill the bugs. You like bugs? I don't like bugs. This guy likes bugs. My character doesn't like bugs. I'm pretty sure of that because I don't like bugs. So just kill the bugs. Floor 55 is actually a count 'em, 2 floor, like, you know, 2-room floor. Like, there's 2 rooms to go through, and each with a monk. I called it Monk Fraternity because, I don't know, their names just really weird me out. They just look like they're in, like, you know, bathing suits, and I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here. But I can tell you what's going on with these monks. The first monk you'll fight is Challenger Big House, weird name, and he likes to use Hurricane and Roll a lot on a low cooldown. He has more HP and defense, but he doesn't do a lot of damage. It's a good thing you're starting out with this guy, because the next guy in the next room is a huge pain in the ass. He's actually pretty fast and really aggressive, so you can try to run away if you want, but if you actually can't manage to do that, then you're just going to have to counter all of his approaches with skills constantly, or a grab, and just like run around until all your best cooldowns are there. Please stay out of being directly in front of him, because he will use Hurricane and Roll on him, and I know that I just said that he doesn't have as much attack as the guy in the next room. It's still really strong. And remember, you can actually wait inside the room in between the other room to recover all your HP and your cooldowns, you know, as long as you want. Anyways, once you're ready to go inside, you go on in, and you realize that he can kill you in one hit. His HP and his defense are certainly lower, but if you get touched by this guy, that's it. And he uses Sway and Ducking Roll, or whatever the hell it's called, a lot. So immediately go in with your best skills, assuming you've been waiting, and just go all out. You have to kill him, otherwise he's going to one-hit you. I promise you that. So I think actually doing the whole waiting around for your best skills thing, considering he has low defense and HP, is the best method if you're really having trouble with this floor. And that's really all there is to it. Floor 56, Tiny Shallot, I don't know, man. She's just a tiny thief, a tiny silver moon to be more specific. There's nothing really special about it other than that she's tiny and she's really, really fast and moves around a lot. I would recommend jumping a lot, maybe trying to land with a jump attack or use a skill that comes down from the air, because she's moving around almost all the time, and she's going to do a lot of hit stun, actually, surprisingly. It's not a lot of damage, but the hit stun adds up, and if she gets you in the right rhythm, it can mean a lot of trouble for you. At around like 6 HP bars, she will start using Silver Stream, and it will activate its ending combo right away, and she can do it with like a really short cooldown. So just like, honestly, be careful. This isn't hard. It's really not hard. You just kind of have to jump around and wait for the right opportunity. Or you could just face her directly. It's not like she has complete super armor. She just moves around a lot. If you can pin her down, she's easily comboable. You can do it pretty easily. I mean, personally, I wasn't able to combo forever, but if you just keep doing this and keep jumping and stay away from the regular attacks, this fight should be a piece of cake. Floor 57, Unrivaled Giraffe. Just never mind anything, honestly. It's a male fighter, and guess what? A complete contrast to the last floor. He's huge, and just like the last floor, instead of her being tiny and fast, this one's big and really, really slow. Like, really slow. He'll try to use Pure Walk to constantly catch up to you and just move around the map a lot, and he likes to shield bump, or shoulder bound, or whatever. Which is a dash attack, I believe? That could be a strike, I'm not sure. But yeah, this isn't really a big deal. But the thing is, while he's so big, he also has he has complete super armor on at all times. Don't think you can disenchant it. So I think you're just gonna want to stick to your grabs, and if you can combo out of your grabs, go for it. This guy is very hard to combo. But honestly, if those options aren't good enough for you, just run away from him. And by the way, it's really easy to run away from him. Wait for your good cooldowns and just take him out that way. Floor 58, Watchman Flucky. Guess what? You're the fly, and you're gonna get swatted because this witch loves to use the fly swatter move. Unfortunately, for me, she started out with a different move, which got me down to like 20% HP over there. This is actually a little bit of a difficult fight if not taken carefully. She loves using both fly swatters, the big one and the tiny one, and she combos them into each other. But she has really low defense, so if you avoid her, kind of her combos, it should be pretty easy. Wish I can give more tips than that, but the battle didn't last very long for me. Kind of wish I put on a weaker weapon. Floor 59 belongs to Three Wish Japa. This is a summoner who summons 3 ghosts. She does one at a time. And here's what all the ghosts do. On mine, she spawned the green first. I'm not necessarily sure if they come in order, but these summons can't be attacked, by the way. Green, every time Japa takes damage, she's healed for 100,000 HP, and the green summon will sacrifice his health to heal her about 900,000 HP, which is, a lot. Red will follow, you around. Every so often it will create an explosion at his location, and the blue one will freeze you often if you are facing him. Aside from that, that's all I really have to say about that. Floor 60, for me, particularly for me, my week when I was doing this happened to be an APC of a player who was a male mage. This doesn't mean it's going to be the same for you. It doesn't mean any of that. So this actually was caught me off guard because I don't really fight many male mages in PvP, let alone the APC version of them. Since there's only 2 subclasses, it's not really a diverse moveset to go through. But he has some good AoE, like the ice crystal fall thingy that he just did. And if you stay out of his horizontal range, you'll be fine because he has a lot of horizontal range moves like ice arrows. You can confirm that into a lot of his other stuff. But his defense is really weak, and whenever he whips moves, it just seems to be really, really, really punishable. He does have teleport, so be wary of that. But aside that, he's not too hard with that low defense and HP. Oh look, a name I can finally pronounce. Silent J is on floor 61. He is a monk with complete super armor who constantly buffs himself. He buffs himself with buffs that he doesn't even have as a monk. Honestly, this fight would be hard, but to be honest with you, the monk doesn't run very fast, and unlike most monks, he doesn't really use sway too much. Not for mobility, not to catch up with you, not to fight you. So you can just kind of run around in circles if you really want to, especially if your class is fast. If not, then if your class isn't fast, approaching him will be very hard because he has full super armor. I would say use all your grabs as much as you can, and hope that and use your best moves off of cooldown. Every so often, he coughs, dealing about almost 200k damage to himself, which is kind of weird. Floor 62, Shrieking Karsh. This one's actually pretty straightforward because he only has 2 main moves. He has a giant shout move that hits directly horizontally in front of him. The closer you are to that shock move, the more damage you'll take. At max range, you'll actually take no damage, only getting stunned, but it reaches like almost across the whole stage. Like as you can see, I just traded hits with him and it still hit me. His other move is a vacuum move, kind of like Bloody Twister. He's completely invincible when he does it, and he restores health as he hits you with it. Pretty easy battle as long as you stay out of the way from directly in front of him, and don't try to attack him when he's doing that vacuum move. You won't be able to hit him. He's invincible. If you think I'm going to try and pronounce that, you're insane. Anyways, so this is a rogue. She has a sword that she spawns and 3 daggers that will constantly follow you around. They're like her summons. When the little tiny daggers get near you, they kind of freak out and go around and do like a saw blade attack. It's really not too threatening, but it does add up, especially if they like gang up on you and you don't really realize that what you're doing. The damage isn't small by any means, but it's definitely not one-hit kill stuff. The thief herself does some decent moves, like, well, obviously, as you can see. And the sword will try to land on you, but it will have a marker on the floor. So basically, this whole fight, you want to stay mobile. If you want, much like every other fight here, you could just keep running away until you build up your good skills, and then just use it on her. But if you don't think you can run away from these blades too long, you're going to want to do as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. And these blade summons, they can't be hurt. You can't hurt them. They're invincible. So if you try to attack them, your efforts will be wasted. You have to focus your attack on her. and she kind of isn't very aggressive. She'll approach you, but she'll never really approach you directly unless she comes at you with an attack. So just try your best with this one. Remember to just make sure you use your skills as soon as they're at a cooldown. Floor 64 belongs to Psychic Naomi. Now this fight actually could be very easy or very hard depending on how you approach it. So she'll summon 3 ghosts, and they happen to be the very same ghosts from Ghost Train, who when you look at them, they are supposed to hinder you in a lot of ways, but in this specific instance, the ghosts will actually sometimes heal you if you stare at them, inflict hold, confuse, or give you a temporary speed burst. It's kind of weird, but whenever they kind of get shadowy and they get their red eyes glow, if you turn to face them, that's when it happens. And usually more than not, it's a nuisance. So just take her out and try not to look at the ghosts. It's really not that hard, especially if you just run away from everybody. She doesn't really do a whole lot. There's no super gimmick here. Welcome to Floor 65, home of the Flavor Lollies. The reason I call them the Flavor Lollies is their names are all based on flavors. Mint, lemon, cherry, apple, and kiwi. Cute, but oh my god, is this fight annoying. All they do is cast Frosty Head, but instead of it just being Frosty Head, it looks like hearts. It's kind of cool and cute if maybe they put this on the avatar shop or something, but having 5 of these constantly spamming Frosty Head at you, unless you have a really good AoE move or invincible move or just anything to get them off of you, you're going to keep running in a circle, avoiding those Frosty Heads. If you get close to them, they do Sunburst, which is like the Destroy You Can type move that spins around them. But this fight gets easier the more you take them out one by one. They also use Phase Shift, when they can. It's not on like a 0 cooldown or anything. If you're watching this, just keep rewatching it for a pattern that you want to see me do or that you can't get down. It's not a hard fight, as long as you either can stay away from them long enough for your good cooldowns, or just use your great burst AoE moves right away. Other than that, pretty easy. Floor 66. Omen of the 66th floor. That's what it's called, yes. Okay. So, he's a male brawler, a rampager, and he's really, really hard. He's really, really fast, and he has a really, really high amount of damage, and he has a decent amount of HP. The good thing he doesn't have that high a defense, but he has high defense. He's highly resistant to light, and he's kinda resistant to fire and water. So basically, in all in general, he's just a big badass. He's really fast. His AI is really aggressive. He's always going to be chasing after you. He has a lot of basic brawler moves, but when he gets to 7 bars or lower in HP, he starts using like the awakening moves, blood. What was it? Quake. Curse, Quake, Blood Rage, and Needle Spin. And aside from that, he has Black Lightning rain down, which would be indicated by the AoE markers on the floor. If you get hit by the Black Lightning, you'll be in hit stun long enough for him to actually start a full combo on you, like you'll see here. You see, it actually hit me. It's like close to fighting a PvP player in actuality. It's actually really scary. He's really, really, really difficult. If you guys wanted to use a Samonin certificate to skip this floor, I don't blame you. I died a lot. I cut out a lot of footage because I died so much. All I kept doing was running away from him. His AI is super aggressive, but you can't outrun him, so you can't run in the circle. So the best thing I could do was use grabs to get him off of me whenever I could, because he had a super armor whenever he approached, and jumped over him and kept attacking him like I did with any of the other bosses. You're just going to have to find a way to do this to stall time for your best cooldowns, because this is literally the only way I was able to beat him. He hits really hard, and if he gets you with his net, he's actually smart enough to combo you while you're in net with his awakening moves, basically almost guaranteeing a kill. So you're going to want to stay out of his horizontal axis, and you're going to want to stay away from him in general because of the Black Lightning, and just because of, look at this. Don't forget to utilize Quick Rebound if you can. As you can see, holding down Quick Rebound while getting up for as long as I can was able to help me. It looks like I'm about to die here, but I think I managed to pull this off. Yep, as long as you wait for your best skills, yeah, you're good. Jeez, though. Floor 67. Soccer player Palutena? No. Anyways, it's a soccer player. There's soccer balls that follow her wherever she goes. Soccer balls do not hurt you. They only take damage, or they only deal damage whenever she hits them. So she's a striker, so she's going to kick them a lot. Depending on the attack power of the kick, that's how much damage it'll do. Shouldn't be too hard of a fight. Pretty fun. If I were you, I'd take the time to mess around and stuff. But, yeah. That's about it. Beast Protector Continuum. This fight's a little weird. If you hit her summons, then she'll attack you. She's a battle mage. But only if you hit her summons, and if you hit her summons, she'll also summon more summons of the same variety, which would be an Ice Tiger, either a Lugaru, or that dog thing from Gent. I forgot what it's called. But basically, this fight's actually not too bad. You just have to remember to keep moving, because she can actually give all the monsters super armor if she wants. But once you kill all of them, the weird thing is she doesn't actually attack you directly. Her AI doesn't want to have anything to do with you if you attack her, only if you attack her monsters. So, technically speaking, she's pretty much harmless after that. So yeah, not much to say. Not a hard fight, just make sure you get all your best AoE moves right away. What do you know? Male Ranger. Floor 69. Mutant Possession. It's a weird name. Yeah, so I guess he was possessed by a mutant. I don't know. Look at his face. Look at his way he moves. He moves really, really fast. His attack moves have super duper high attack speed and casting speed, and they have very little cooldown. The fairies in the room, don't let them deceive you. Nexon DFO lied to you. They either heal you or they hurt you, and they disappear after 5 seconds and they spawn randomly in the map. Honestly, I wouldn't really worry about touching them too much unless you're really, really desperate for a gamble. This guy's really hard to get away from, but he has low defense, so I would recommend just grabbing him as much as you can, and just trying to get him off you as best as possible, and maybe using the fairies to your advantage. But once your big skills are up, you can just take him down. Okay, user APCs for female fighters. Since we haven't covered one yet on this guide, figured I'd give my 2 cents. I feel like the APCs are based on their gear, now that, like way deep in the guide after realizing it, and I don't think this one was geared very well. But you know, who knows? Just stay away from all around them, because that tornado kick covers a lot of space. They have a lot of super armor, and they can use doppelganger. But for some reason, she like to randomly use Tatsu. So I would say whenever she doesn't move, because she does moves blindly and raw, just punish the recovery of that move she does. So basically, you're waiting for her to attack first, in my opinion. Okay, floor 71, True Soulbender Rarulu. I was able to say that one, I believe. There's actually no gimmick per se to this fight. It's just a Soul Reaper who has a lot of moves from a Soulbender. Which means he has Ghost Step, so whenever he runs, he's going to turn invisible and have complete invincibility for whatever it is to do, so be ready for that. You don't want to step into his circles, obviously. The red and green circles do continuous damage. The blue circle freezes you. The blue circle that pulls you in and freezes you and damages you, and the purple one makes you bleed, blind, and basically all he can do is lower your shadow resistance and summon circles. There isn't really anything special about this fight. And he has low defense because he has cloth armor like any other soulbender. So, just do your best moves and take him out quickly. True Launcher Blank Nejao is floor 72. And this one has dialogue too. His defense is pretty low, and his HP is pretty decent. And as soon as the fight starts, he'll use that satellite beam move, which will follow you around and leave a burn path. Really, really annoying. His AI is strange in the sense that when the fight starts, he'll be really, really super aggressive, maybe at about like from 13 to 10 health bars. But excuse me. But when he gets to like 8, 7, or 9 HP bars, he kind of gets defensive. So try your best and your absolute best to get his HP to that point where he starts running away, and then use that space that he's giving you from then on to be, you know, a coward to get your best skills safely without having to be harassed by him or killed by him. And then once that happens, I think from then on the fight's a cakewalk. Floor 73, Sure Shot Reina. Sure Shot 6 Reina. Now, this fight is incredibly weird. Her AI is really, really bizarre. At first, when I tried fighting her, I realized she wasn't really attacking me, so I wondered if she would only attack if you provoked her, meaning if you only attacked her. And the thing with this fight is a very, very special gimmick, which I think is super cool, is that she actually will die. Like, she herself will kill herself when she shoots 6 shots. However, each shot that she shoots at you has a chance of instantly killing you. And they all deal a decent amount of damage. her herself, with windmill and the flip kicks that she does, actually does an incredible amount of damage. If you were paying attention to the beginning of the video, she actually sprang out, gave me a little jump scare, scared the crap out of me, and killed me instantly with just one barrage of those moves. Her HP regeneration is really high, so maybe for some people, some players, or some classes, waiting out the 6 shots isn't a viable option for them. So if I were you, I would constantly bait her shots, maybe running up and down on the vertical axis, trying to bait it. The only thing I managed to do was, out of impatience, I just started hitting her with all of my attacks. So once I had all of my cooldowns done, I mean, that's all I can do. Maybe you could do the same thing. Wait for your awakening cooldowns with her non-aggressive AI and just do it all out in one go, assuming you can beat her HP regeneration. It's a very bizarre battle, I won't lie. Floor 74, True Nen Master Punryun. Now, the footage you're seeing here, pay close attention right now, because I included footage specifically of me losing at this floor. This fight was ludicrously hard. In fact, I still don't know how I did it. Her attack power is super high. She summons a giant Nen shield, which actually I'm pretty sure could, yeah, it damages you if you stand or you get anywhere near it, which takes up almost all of the stage. And then she goes, runs in it, and then she does the dragon move where the dragon follows you, full of Nen energy. And let me tell you, this fight was just absolutely, absolutely gruesome. And by the way, that Nen shield does a shit ton of damage. Thankfully, she's not as smart as a real player, so that Nen Dragon has a chance of doing something completely stupid instead of actually following you and killing you. But still, if you don't get her in the right rhythm or just get the proper burst on her, she's absolutely ridiculously hard to deal with. Thankfully, her defense seems to be pretty low, so I was able to take her out in just a couple of moves, but just being able to survive long enough to get those moves was ridiculous. I specifically chose to include this footage you're seeing here, maybe a little bit sped up just for time's sake, to show you how ridiculous it can be. Thank God the Nen Dragon, the Spiral, whatever, the dragon doesn't do too much damage, but still, everything else she does is ridiculous. She has so many moves to deal with you that you could just accidentally run into that can kill you. So, as you can see, here is the actual footage that I actually win. I'm pretty sure I got lucky on my run. All I did was made sure to avoid her. In my opinion, all I did was avoid her. I avoided her Nen shield. I played completely defensive, and I only attacked if it was to get her off of me. Which obviously includes grabs, by the way. Grabs will be your best friend, especially if you can combo with OTGs after them. OTG combos are very, very useful here. If you have the time to get away from her with her Nen shield down, that would be the time to strike, in my opinion. If you actually have managed to get a burst going, that's your best opportunity. Other than that, play super careful and play smart. This fight is hard as hell. Floor 75, Dark Knight. It's just a fight with a Hellbringer. No real special gimmick here, just like the other True Master fights. I guess there's a theme going here, which I didn't notice when I was playing. Just uses a lot of moves from like the class tree. If you have a problem with the fight in specific, just keep in mind that he has a lot of super armor on Mountain Press, or whichever move he comes slamming down on with full super armor and hits all around it, and he can start combos with that. I was well aware of this due to being already used to PvP, so just keep moving up and down because he's going to keep doing that move coming at you from the horizontal axis. He's actually a little bit less heavy than I thought, so I was able to combo him a decent amount. If you have grabs, toss him out, but it's really easy to avoid him because he isn't that fast, and to wait for your good cooldowns on your moves. Honestly, this fight's pretty easy. What a way to end 75, huh? Jeez.